Let me just cook for a minute. So I know I see you guys in the background. Don't worry, I'll bring you guys in. But let me just cook for a minute here. They say that expect the unexpected. That's what they always say in football, is to expect the unexpected. Always expect the unexpected, because you never know what's going to happen. I did not believe. Sorry, let me just put this thing properly now. I did not believe that Chelsea would be this bad. I am shocked. I feel embarrassed, and I feel disgusted at the filth that I just watched there. And I think what you're seeing is the reality has now come to be. Everything that I've been saying for years about certain players has come to be. But I am still in shock as to how bad this team is. And I want to know that Chelsea will ask them some serious questions. Because look, here's my thing now. I knew Arsenal had a better chance to win. I knew that they were coming into form. And here's the thing, that if Chelsea had lost, but it was so much of a close game, I'm like, you know what? It is what it is, be clowned. What makes things worse is not only did Chelsea lose yet again at Stamford Bridge against Arsenal, not only did they get fully dominated and fully controlled on their home patch by their away team, but they got clowned. Footballing-wise, they got clowned. For me, Chelsea did, for 90 minutes, for an hour and a half, I did not know where Chelsea's goal was going to come from. I didn't know where the goal was going to come from. And why this is very dangerous, because I said, I'm worried. Because for the past few games, Chelsea have not been playing well. So this is now a trend. So those games that Chelsea played well in, how good were those teams? And look, man, you've got to give it up for Arsenal. So yes, this wasn't the swashbuckling Arsenal that won 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. But the fact that they were the better team, they played better, they controlled the game, and they ended up winning 1-0, that is kudos, because you're not going to win every game 5-0. And what's also embarrassing is Arsenal were playing against a team that were defending. Chelsea did not even think about trying to create any chances. They were such cowards. They were so cowardly in their play that they defended. They sat deep. So there was hardly any space for Arsenal to really cut through, because Chelsea was so deep because of the cowardly nature of Chelsea. So the fact that Arsenal still found a way, again, it's called grit. When you're dealing with this high level of football, it's called grit. Get it done. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be cool. It doesn't have to be tiki-taka. Put the ball in the back of the net and make sure that you're the winners, and that is all that matters. And that's what Arsenal did. Jesus completely and utterly clowned Chelsea for the whole game. He clowned them. And I feel envious. I feel angry. And I feel sad when I look at Saka, I look at Odegaard, I look at Jesus, and I look at Martinelli, footballers. And then I compare that to the piece of trash with Mount, with Havertz, with Sterling, and now even Aubameyang. Like Chelsea's, Just compare the front lines of Arsenal and Chelsea. For Chelsea, these are trash players. Garbage players who could only bowl against the likes of a Dynamo Zagreb or a 10-man AC Milan. They only look good against a 10-man AC Milan and the Dynamo Zagreb. And when everybody would say, oh, Mount is amazing, put respect to Mount. Yeah, it's Dynamo Zagreb. Yeah, it's freaking a 10-man AC Milan. So what are we saying? What are we saying here? So, and this is why I always make the chance of like, no, you have to play well against top opposition. Arsenal is top opposition. These are the best guys in the Premier League. And we now saw what this clowns did. So look, man, let me bring these guys in. Guys, before I give the mic to you, man, I just need to share a few more things, man. Here's the thing. Chelsea are in big trouble. Chelsea are in big trouble because, see, there was a moment in the game. There was a moment in the game where Sterling had the ball and he stood still. And he didn't know that somebody was behind him. There were times in which Chelsea got dispossessed, like several times. What you do in that situation is you scream and you shout at these guys. You berate them. But for Potter, and this is the biggest issue that Chelsea have now, Potter feels privileged to be in this position. He feels that it is a privilege that he's managing to coach Chelsea. So he's not going to say, Sterling, what the bloody hell are you doing? He's not going to shout back and scream at Mount for running around and giving away the ball. He's just going to applaud them. And I'm sorry, this isn't a participation trophy. This isn't participation football. You have to be harsh to this guy. So my worry is, how do you move forward if you can't rule with an iron fist? Because if you rule with an iron fist, Havertz, get off that freaking damn pitch. But this is about Arsenal, man. And look, man, I've got to give them credit. 100%. I've got to give them credits, man. So before I hear from the Arsenal guys, because I need someone just to bounce off of, because I don't even know where I'm at like now. Professor, what the hell? What's happening?
You know, this match just showed the difference, the gulf in class in quality between these two teams. I've never seen a scoreline so deceiving, because someone looking on would say, oh, 1-0, it was close. This wasn't close. This was a huge and utter beatdown. And, you know, what I say is...
No, but first, like, who is to blame here? Is it because my thing is that these players are just bad.
Very.
And my thing is that you can blame Potter to an extent, but my issue is that, okay, wait a minute. How much can you blame Potter? Because Sterling, I've never rated the dude. We already know how crap Mount is. Who told you to go and get Havertz? Aubameyang, here's the thing about Aubameyang. I'm actually disappointed by how poor he's been and how he doesn't really live up to standard. But put that to one side. But these are the dudes I don't know, but Professor, talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, every player have to take responsibility for this game. I mean, we all been saying this. Mount is average, and I don't know how the fan base keep on hyping this guy up. I mean, this comes down to forget technique, forget all these things. Footballing fundamentals: get the ball, keep the ball, possession, movement.
Keep hold of the ball, and use the ball well.
They are losing. They are losing, as was mentioned in the comments. Someone said disconnected. The team is disconnected.
Yes.
There is no connection. No. It's I don't know. I don't know. And I think we have to really seriously consider our top four standing.
No. First, for me, I think things are really bad now, because what you're seeing is, I think what has been eliminated from me is that, yes, Tuchel was still an issue. He still needed to go. But that is a key word. And someone even used it in the YouTube comments, because I think even in two ways, that word, a disconnection. There's not only a disconnection within the team. I can't remember the last time that I felt so disconnected as a fan to the team. Because a Chelsea fan said that I have never felt more disconnected to a Chelsea team.
Never. But
ever
you know,
before.
through all of this, though, one player I have to give my hands up to is Thiago. I mean, Silva is
Thiago, as again, he's one of the despite him moving to PSG, he's still one of the best defenders of his generation. And if not for Thiago Silva, bro, Arsenal would have won this 3-0. He pretty much stopped 2 1v1 chances. But look, because I want to give the Arsenal fans a chance. But Matt, talk to me about Matt. That was, man, I felt disgusted because do you know what I said in my post match is okay, it's one thing to be outplayed, and I'll be angry if you're outplayed. To be outfought, to be out hustled, for the opposing team to work harder than you, get the ball off you, fight the ball off of you on your own home ground, and to be controlled and dominated on your own home ground, that's unacceptable.
It's embarrassing. And the funny thing is that I've been saying this since January. I said, I've never felt so disconnected. I've been saying it's Mason Mount's average. I've been saying it's not a manager fault, it's a player's fault. No one wanted to listen. Everyone was delusional, blah, blah, blah. Now it's finally showing. This team is so disconnected that we've got no leaders. We've got players like Loftus-Cheek who are walking. Mason Mount who's fixing his hair rather than chasing the ball. It's embarrassing. I don't like this team. I genuinely hate it.
And did you see when Sterling stood still? Thinking he had all the time in the world, and asked because for me, if there was any moment that signified the difference in approach between both of those teams, three things was Sterling standing still, the guy getting him, and what I made is any manager you scream at Sterling, but the issue is that Potter feels that this is a privilege. So Potter isn't going to rule with an iron fist because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm a Chelsea manager, this is huge. So he just tries to, but no, you have to rule with an iron fist because Sterling did that. This is a derby game, a huge game. And look what's at stake. And you're standing still, and you're looking at guys who are running, hustling. You can't be outfought by the opposing team or an away team. But continue, man.
But the thing is, that's absolutely spot on. I said that when Potter came in. I said he's gonna be treating this like it's a whole, not a whole, but he's gonna be treating it so serious. Like, oh, I'm at Chelsea. Like, I can't mess up. I gotta play Mason Mount, or the ball will get. He's not gonna do any risk because he just wants to play it safe because he's at all-time high. This is the biggest club he's ever gone to. Tuchel, he's already been to Dortmund. He already knows what it feels like to be at a big
PSG.
club. PSG, how could I forget PSG? A big club. How could I forget? If he comes in here, he knew. And he was honest. He came in, he said, these players are trash, these players are average, these players are rubbish, we need them gone. What was the consequence? He got sacked. Potter's not going to come out and say that. Potter's right now, he's going to have his press conference, he's going to go, oh, we were great, we fought well, blah, blah, blah. He is absolutely rubbish. I'm telling you, I think Potter's a good manager, but he's not the manager for Chelsea. Tuchel was that man, and today he showed it.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm sorry, I want to come to the Arsenal guys on H7, but the reason why I'm worried because you're looking at the future right now, and there needs to be such a seismic change. My thing is, does Todd Bowley and his data analysts realize that this team at the very core is broken? Kante is already on his way out because obviously he's not going to be getting. So that is a core guy already on his way out and so forth. Thiago Silva has been Chelsea's best player. He's 37. He's on the wrong side of 30 right now, so he's already on his way out. And when you just look at the amounts of players, this Havertz dude, man. I know I'm going on about Mount and everything, but my God, this Havertz dude is like I get it. Pulisic is frustrating and so forth. Give all the guys a chance. Am I thinking that Zakaria and so forth, give him a chance? It's like, are Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek, are they so good that Zakaria can't just be given a chance? At least let him fail. At least let him come, fail, being effective, and the fact that you're not even giving him a look in. And it's not as if this is like freaking Xavi and Iniesta. Look at the trash in midfield. So it's crazy. H7 talks to H7. Look, man. Hey, look, man.
Little bros. Little bros, HH. Was you saying little bros yesterday? You, man, are crap. Like, you guys are actually shit. I don't think you understand how shit you are, HH. Like, this squad you lot constructed is so poor, bro. Literally from top to bottom. Look how you had your striker. You guys had Aubameyang. He had like 7 touches today, bro. And you crucified Lukaku for that, bro. He had 7 touches today, bro, on the ball. But you, man, oh my God, you, man, are actually crap, man. We played okay. I don't think we even played that well. Like, we played okay. Like, I've seen better performances, but you lot didn't even try, like, attack us. I'm thinking, why the hell are these not giving us the ball? We are at your home, bro. Why are you not giving us the ball? You're trying to make it too easy for us. What's going on?
Basically, it's a team that's lacking confidence, man. It's a team that's lacking confidence. I know, but I was disgusted and appalled by how cowardly Chelsea were at home, because that's what it was. Is that to play like that at home That's cowardly, man. But continue, man.
Now, HH, I need to ask you an honest question. What is Ruben Loftus-Cheek's role in your team, bro? What was this guy doing?
Here's the thing. So we said this on the halftime space. And I think Ford even made the points. Loftus-Cheek, he's too deep. He is an attack-minded midfielder. So why isn't he advanced? But you know what the issue is? Guess who the attack-minded midfielder is? It's freaking Mount. And Mount was just running all over the pitch. He has no positional discipline. So everything is messed up. What it is that I don't care where Mount plays. If he doesn't have a place, let's put on the bench. Loftus-Cheek, he is a much more advanced midfielder and let him actually drive forward with the ball. But he's not. He's moved in deep, which means you're taking away all of his qualities. And it just played into Arsenal because the midfield is so messed up. Jorginho can't keep the ball. Mount doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Loftus-Cheek is too deep. Partey, Xhaka, they had a field day. They had a field day.
I told you, don't give Partey space, bro. And you lot gave him space, man. And even Zinchenko, I got to shout him out. You know, I think he actually helps us dominate possessions over teams when he's in our team. Because when we're not there, I don't think we can retain the ball as well. And I'm not going to lie, I got to shout out both our centre-backs, especially Garbiel, man. We've been calling him Bozo G and he make mistakes. Guy came up clutch today, bro. He actually came up clutch. Got the winning goal and defended well for us as well. So overall, yeah, it's a good win, man. It wasn't the 4-1 I predicted. It wasn't a beatdown, but it kind of was a beatdown. So
and also, I've got to give shouts to Jesus as well, because even if he didn't score, man, again, when you just look at Jesus, you just look at what Chelsea is lacking. It's like, oh yeah, that's what Hazard used to do. Oh yeah, that's what Zola used to do. Like a guy. And here's my thing. Even if he may fail, I will at least give Pulisic a chance. Because he's a guy, because you need someone, let's just run with the ball, commit players. Because the issue is, Chelsea just have a bunch of pass-first guys. Havertz, pass-first. Sterling lacks ability, he'll lose the ball. Mount's pass-first. There are no guys where, put it this way, Martinelli and Jesus, these are guys who will commit guys and actually run at guys, even Saka as well, because you need some of those guys to run, commit guys, and just take guys out of position. But if what you're doing is pass around, okay, passing is fine. But if you can't pass like peak Barca, peak Spain, or Man City, then it's futile. We
need Broja, but Broja was doing that today. That's what Broja, he could take on.
You know what? And that's my thing, though. Because there was one point when Broja, he lost the ball. That's fine. At least you are actually forcing the issue. It's fine. For me, it's fine to lose the ball, because what it is, you're playing a numbers game. You will lose the ball and everything, but at least you're forcing the issue. What you don't do is pass around aimlessly and not go anywhere. Because I want to check the stat right now, because I want to just say, how many shots on target did Chelsea have?
I think they only had one, you know.
One.
Oh, God.
And that was Havertz shot.
Okay. Avi Life, talk to me.
Yo, HH. All right. I got 3 questions. Obama who? About what? Obama subbed off in the 64th minute. Brother. 8 touches. I think it was 2 or 3 passes completed out of 5. This brother was pocketed by Saliba. It was ridiculous. Him and Garbiel. But anyways,
No, so you know, Avi Life. Can you just 1 minute? 1 minute.
I want to check out the XGHH as well.
5 shots,
2.8
1 on target. Jesus Christ! I mean, wow, that is. So okay, if life continue, man, that is wow.
For your team, though, I think your Chelsea team is missing. It has no balance. Like, there's no balance between the attack to your defense, and your players lack a little bit of quality. Not a little bit. I'm sorry. That's actually putting it very lightly. They lack some serious quality. Like, I've never seen a team that misses. I remember a couple of weeks ago, I told you, like, you guys miss Kante more than you even know. I know he may be a bit older. He may be thinking, but he brings the balance to that team. Bruh, that Chelsea team looked atrocious. And Arsenal wasn't even that great today. We weren't that great today. It was a good performance, the defensive solidity, but there were 1 or 2 little things, open chances, missed, man. I wish someone just tell Odegaard, oh my God, shoot, bro, shoot. At least make the keeper work.
No, for me, I think, like, first half it was close, but I think second half there was a very noticeable difference in quality between both teams.
Yeah,
that was especially in that second half, man. So
yeah, you guys got like two or three chances in that first half, catching us on the counter almost out, but then a couple of them were offside. kept the defense line, just kept it. They just kept a good line. So you gotta say, man, the communication. The little bro is looking up right now. Little bro is looking.
Mr. Money Mace, what are you saying, man?
Put some respect on Arteta's name. Put some respect on Arsenal's name. Because the way you guys played, you guys see the Fulham City game. I think that was more frustrating to watch. I think that must be more frustrating to watch, to be honest with you. Because Fulham played like cowards. And when I see Chelsea play today, you guys played like cowards as well. The one thing Arteta's done is that he's changed the attitude of the team. So see people like this guy here, people like Lacazette, other players, they've got pushed out the club. And then we've had people, mentality monsters like Jesus come in. You've seen people like Xhaka, the way he stepped up. Saliba, Gabriel, like it's... to be honest with you, you guys were just the inferior team. I just couldn't see you guys winning, to be honest with you. And, I mean, you guys got away with 1-0. But bear in mind, your next two games, it's not even the City game I'm afraid of. It's the Newcastle game. Because I feel the way you guys are playing, Newcastle are going to rip you apart.
Yeah, and it's yeah, man. And it's away. It's away.
But
away the lad.
If Pep is serious about the game with you guys, like I could see an aggregate score of those next two games like 7-8-0. You guys need to fix up. Like you guys lucky you got away with a 1-0. To be honest, we wasn't even that good. To be up front, it was Jesus had a decent game. Saka, he was okay. Martinelli really didn't have a good game. Odegaard as well. I mean, it was more or less the base of our team was good, but it's more about you guys, man. I really can't see you guys getting top four. Newcastle are there, Tottenham are there, City are there.
So okay, there? but do you see a potential title challenge for Arsenal, or you've already given us to Man City? It's focusing on top four.
It comes down to if we make transfers in the January transfer window. Our problem has been our squad depth. We don't have players. When people like Jesus or Partey or other players get injured, we don't have anyone to come in. But at the end of the day, we are top of the league, 13 games in, right? And City haven't had a bad season. I mean, yeah, they've all but won maybe only 2 or 3 of their games. But to be honest, you got to give credit to Arsenal because with what they've had, they're top of the league. And City have gone and bought one of the world's best strikers that we have seen in the last couple of years. And we're still top. So you got to give us our kudos.
So before I come back to man, let me just hit those doves, man. Shout out to your boy QC8, man. Flirting over 8 touches, harassment, Lukaku 7 touches. Thanks for that, QC8, man. HH, don't complain. You wanted Tuchel out. You see, Tuchel wouldn't have changed this. The issue are the players.
He'd get a better result today, man.
But he'll be honest with this, HH. He'll get these players out though. Potter's not gonna get these players out. He is the bitch to the board. He'll listen to the board. Tuchel didn't listen to the board. That's why he got sacked. Tuchel didn't want Ronaldo. Tuchel didn't want to go and dabble with what Boy wanted. Tuchel wanted what he wanted, but Boy wants what he wants. And Potter's not gonna get rid of these players like Mason Mount. Tuchel was.
That's why I'm so happy he got rid of him.
So you're saying that really the only Tuchel signing was Aubameyang, or the other ones were all
Did you even say Aubameyang's a signing of his, bro? That's just someone that was just there, bro.
I'm saying that Zakaria was probably signing. I'm saying that he wanted Cucurella, but when it came to someone like Ronaldo and he said he didn't want him, I'm saying these are probably Tuchel signings. I'm not saying that they're not.
Yeah.
But when it comes to someone like Ronaldo, Tuchel was on it and goes, I don't want him, and that made Bowie mad. Because what Tuchel wanted, Bowie didn't want. They were two separate, coins.
Yeah, no. I mean, for me, like, it's not looking good, man. Because again, look, I am not going to now come and be direction and be like, no. I still think that 2 things can be right. Yes, he should have gone, but there is something wrong with player acquisition, and I think a bigger issue here is there is no proper player acquisition in terms of What is the game plan here? What is the strategy, and are you acquiring the right players for your strategy? So that's the key thing. Kids again, HH, why did little bro beats big bro in big bro's home? Because things happen, bro. Things happen. These things happen. It is what it is, man. From Trexter Prime, the chickens have come home to roost for you, Rents boys, especially you, HH. We are the biggest club in London. Remember that. Attackers over Potter Ball. Well, the thing though is you still haven't won a UCL. When you win a UCL, come to me, bro. When you win a UCL, come to me, man. From Dios Pizza, Arsenal fans forget about winning the league. Major question is, can you get 90 plus points this season?
Yeah,
it's
that's
their best chance.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, no. For me, Arsenal winning the league this season, it's not realistic. It's just not real. It's just not realistic, man. Trexter Prime, if I were Potter, a playmaker like Kubo needs to be signed. No worries, and more. Not just him. There's a lot more, like a whole new midfield and some wing backs as well. So, and some dribblers and some guys who can actually pass the freaking ball. No worries, HH and Aubameyang. It's not personal. We are top of the league. Shout out to Arsenal fans, man. As we thank you for the dub. Chelsea spent 500 million between 2020 to 2023. And none of today's 11 will make it to the Madrid or City bench. Again, it's not about how much you spend. Apart from me, it's what you spend it on. No technique, only energy. But here's the thing, though, there wasn't even any. That whole energy and passion wasn't even really there. The guys looked, the body language just looked off. Can't make four passes. Mount, RLC, only road runners. Oh no, the quality was shocking. The quality was beyond shocking. And that's the thing, though. Like, look at the difference between Arsenal and Chelsea and just how technical Arsenal were. Because Arsenal, they gave you technical good football and they out-hustled, which was the worst thing. Timbo family, man. Chelsea are little bro. Facts. No matter how tall you get, big bro will always slap you. Remember your history before your pimp's Roman name. Saliba pocketed everyone. Lord. Mr. Austin, Arsenal with 3 wins at the Bridge in a row. Arteta clearly made a difference. Look, man, we got clowned, man.
It's the Emirates Bridge. HH, it's the Emirates Bridge now, isn't it?
Relax. Okay, Matt, how did Chelsea move forward from this, man? Like, I mean, is it going to get worse before it gets better, or is it a case of like January needs to come and January is crucial? And even when January comes, do you have faith with Todd Bowley? Because it's as if this guy is really making the real decision and Potter is just like a pop of decision. Because what happens to today should send a shell shock into any Chelsea fan of like, no, this team needs 100% makeover.
100%. And this isn't going to happen overnight. And the way we fix it, the first thing we do, and I said this with a gal a couple of days ago, it was when all over Twitter, and I said the day we sell Mason Mount is the day our club will thrive. The day we stop giving player power is the day that our club returns. We need bad boys. We need someone who can give that, have that authority. We have no authority, right? The manager's a quiet little guy, he's a little nerd on the side. We've got a leader who's 40 years old, who's quiet, who's about to leave. We don't have any authority. We need someone to stand up to these players and tell them, you're rubbish, you're mid, you're shit, go. We don't have that anymore.
Which is what Mourinho was.
Mourinho would have. We wouldn't have Mason Mount this club.
No way.
We wouldn't.
No way.
Because his standards up here. Mason Mount wouldn't even start for Newcastle. Tell me where he starts at Newcastle. He doesn't. West Ham.
Actually, I disagree. I think Mourinho would like Mount.
But do you know what I find so? But even if he may like Mount, he will use Mount in a specific role.
Yes.
Mount wouldn't be his Ozil or his Wesley Sneijder. But see, my thing though is, and that's what I always say to guys, there's a reason why Real Madrid were trying to find Reece James, because he's that dude. And with Chelsea fans, I say, okay, I'm confused. You say Mount. What top teams have been trying to get Mason Mount?
Apparently, Man City wanted him last year,
No.
Apparently.
No. I mean, 8-7. You really think he fits into
I think
Pep's
that's just
team?
contract talks. That's what players and agents do in it for their contracts.
It's just contract talk. So, and I think because, I mean, like, Matt, that's what I want to come to Professor Altos. I mean, if you're in charge, what needs to happen? Give me some tangible things that need to happen. Because I think it's 2 games before. So it's the EFL Cup game and it's Newcastle. It is what it is. So this is about January. So what needs to happen in January? What can realistically happen in January to help save? Because right now, Chelsea season is seriously in jeopardy now.
it's hard to watch, man. I mean, I'm here at 2 a.m. Watching this rubbish, and it's hard to watch. I mean, January Alvarez needs to come in, and Kuku needs to come in, and we need to get players where our expectations are much higher. In Kuku comes in 10, 15 assists. Alvarez comes in. He has some. We need some leadership here. And I was thinking about that guy from West Ham, Basmati, but then I realized this guy's going to split our fan base even more. He will make us have the new mate. He'll be the new Mason Mount, and he will never leave this club. I don't want that. I don't want the double standards, English bias in this club. Go get me a player who will play and we will give him honest criticism. Alvarez coming in and Kuku. Who else can we get? I want this January window to be bigger than the August window because we need it now if we want to make top 4. But who's the personnel we get? I can say Liao, but he's Serie A tax, but there's no one who we can really go and get who I think instantly fixed our team, 100% certainty. There's gonna be risk with anyone we buy in January.
I think you need to get rid of players first before you buy.
Wait, Professor, what are you saying, man? How do we fix this, man? Because this is a heavy loss, bro.
Well, for one, I believe that we should have the realistic expectations because, if we don't have realistic expectations, then we're just going to get more and more disappointed. So just have it HH and match that we're not going to win any trophy this season. And that's just the truth, And if we keep that, then whenever these trash players play horrendous football, then it won't affect our mental health. That's number one. This is the thing with Potter, why I'm going to put some blame on him, and this is where I think a change.
So, Professor, I think you need to come close to your mic. You sound a bit muffled on your mic.
You hear me better now?
It's still not great, but continue.
Right, I'm saying the area where I see Potter is to blame is I don't ever realize it's HH, but from he started to take charge of games, these last couple of games, 5 or 6 games, you realize that we have not stick to a starting level. I think chopping and changing is good, but if you do too much of it, then
Professor, I think you might have to come back in because we can hardly hear you, man. The connection is crazy, man. Okay, look, H7. Okay, you know what? Let's educate myself, Professor, and Matt. What do you think the key difference has been between Chelsea and Arsenal? I mean, I think I may know, but just from your point of view, what do you think the key difference has been as to why there is such a seismic difference in terms of footballing cohesion, chemistry, and quality between both teams?
I think the first step Arteta done literally was start to get rid of players slowly, even if it meant not making money, terminating contracts, losing out. He didn't care. He started getting rid of players. And then
so how many players did he get rid of who were regular starters?
He got rid of like 20 players already, something like that. Since he's joined the club, like 20 players left.
He got rid of Ozil and Aubameyang.
Yeah, but I'm talking about other
players
like Socrates, Mustafi.
Yeah.
Like he got rid of he got off a whole core. Like, I think the players Emery bought in his first summer, there's only one player remaining. I think Emery bought 6 players and only Tierney's remaining. The rest Arteta sold them, let them go. So that was the first step he done. Then last summer was the first summer he started literally just buying a young core. Like, started buying Ramsdale, Odegaard. But that's just, I think that would be like a different level to you lot. Because you lot are not going to go after like players like Odegaard or Ramsdale. You're going to go after big names. And that's always going to be Chelsea's issue. Especially the only you've got. That guy's just chasing big names, bro. He's going to try to go for Neymar this January, bro. And you know that, HH. Instead of actually trying to improve your core of your team. Because your core stinks right now, bro. You need a new proper DM. You need a proper goalkeeper. Because even Kepa, as good as he is, he ain't that good, bro. Let's keep it real, man.
That's the worst of our worries right now.
No, but I'm saying that your whole core, you need to your whole core. You need a brand new striker.
But the thing is, will Potter do what Arteta does? Will he even get rid of players? Because if he's getting rid of players and we're losing,
if
we're losing games with it, that's fine. No.
That's the issue because so for Kroenke, the issue I have is Todd Bowley and his people just seem very hands-on, which is fine if you know what you're doing. For Kroenke, I think Kroenke is okay. You're the football guy. I'm going to hire all your football people, and I trust in you. And I think Arteta, I think he knows the players he wants because he knows what to get. What worries me is, Potter, do you actually have a blueprint as to who you want to get?
Yes, he does.
Or is this no? But then I'm not hearing that. Bowley, these guys are investing into data analysts and data and all this kind of stuff to
like
acquire
Brighton.
Players.
Yeah, like Brighton, exactly done. You're basically doing the same thing as Brighton, but on a higher scale, and you're going to get much more better quality players. You know what Brighton done to you last week? That's what Potter wants Chelsea to start doing to teams, like playing like that kind of football. causing teams that kind of problem. That's where you're going to get to. But right
But
now,
he said
what
it'll
you
take
need
him
to do,
4 years. He said it. He said, "Oh, it's gonna take us 4 years." We don't have 4 years, mate. Sorry, we need something next.
that's a Chelsea issue. That's a fan
Yeah.
issue, guys.
But
And that will
again,
never
we're a
change.
top club. I'm sorry, but we're a top club with top.
Four
I know,
four
but
years is
you
a
need to
long
gut-
time.
you
I
need to gut your
can't
out.
do 4 years in obscurity.
We've already been
No,
waiting
but that's
4
4
years.
years of challenging at the top level, like for leagues. And
Oh, we've been
that's what
doing
we're
that
talking
for
about.
4
No,
years.
no,
We've been
I know.
doing
See,
this
I
since
know.
the
This
When's
is
the
a
last time you
mistake.
challenged for a league
No,
title?
no, but wait, hold on. My thing is
start. Yeah,
that
it's content, honestly.
no. Don't
years
make
ago.
don't make the Moyes problem, because the Moyes problem is, oh, look at what he did for this small team. Look what happens with this big team and everything. I said again and again and again. Yes, I wanted Tuchel to be sacked. I never said Potter is the man to go through. Before I could even finish pouring my champagne, Potter was already hired. So my thing was like, okay, whoa, yeah, Tuchel go. But I never said Potter, because I'm like, whoa, let's think, chill out, look at who's available, put in an interim, and make sure that the guy you're getting is truly the right man that can take the guy forward. So my thing is Potter really the right guy? And we can just say, oh, because he did the stuff with Brighton. And look, it's going to take a process, and it's going to take time and so forth. But I think it's the point that Matt said. Does everybody at the club know that this team is broken? That's what I want to know. Is everybody on the same page of like, oh no? Because maybe people think, oh no, maybe a few players. No, there's people know that no, Sterling was not the right buy. Man should not be a starter. Havertz is completely and utterly useless. So do they realize that no, there are these players who simply don't fit and they're not good enough? Basically, I always use the example. It's like Allspace team. How you need to get all those green bars. For
It's
Arsenal,
changed now, by the way.
Oh, has it changed?
Yeah, it's different now.
I think I'm going to play. And if like talk to me, like, where do Arsenal go from here, man?
Well, I think we really need one or two players just to give that bit of quality off the bench. And who knows, man?
Did you watch the game?
Of course.
No, he didn't watch the game.
whole game.
That's what I say.
No, not you,
a guy
the
who didn't
chat
watch the game. So, oh, it was only 1-0. No, did you watch the game? It wasn't a 1-0. That
was like a 3 or 4-0. That was a 3 or 4-0.
So, oh, you only watched 1-0. What do you want to know? Sorry, if I've continued, man.
No, I was saying just for Arsenal, for the end of the rest of the season, we definitely need some proper players off the bench. And Nketiah, not good enough. Lokonga, not good enough. I never thought the day would come when I was happy to see Mohamed El Nene back.
Yeah, I was actually so gassed.
I never thought that the day would come when I was happy to see El Nene back, because he's better than Lokonga. Like the midfield, he actually has some positional awareness compared to the other guy. Yes, he passed sideways, he had that, but he's not going to lose the ball, and he's running constantly. Lokonga jogs.
But actually, let me even ask you this, Aston fans, this. Do you feel that more pressure should be put on Jesus not scoring enough goals? Or are you happy with how effective and how much he contributes to the team? Or do you feel that's all cool, but you need a lot more goals from him?
Both for me, HH. He had a nice chance today.
He needs goals. He really needs goals. He needs to score, man. Like, he's getting too many chances. Like, I know for sure that ball that Martinelli gave into the box.
Yes.
If that was Haaland, it's either Haaland's foot was going to be up in the air, or Haaland's head. All that ran through my head was with that Haaland, when Haaland...
So with that thing, is that probably going to be the difference between winning the league and not winning the league? Is the fact of like City, even if they are down to 10 men, they're not playing well, they have a guy who just put the ball anywhere in there, that ball is going to enter into that back of the net. So you don't have a reliable goal scorer you can go to.
It's still early days. We need to wait.
It's still early. It's still early, but I hate to say it. Like, you just need, sometimes really, truly, like, you really need that little bit of extra quality, a guy that's just going to put it in the back of the net no matter what. He going to throw his back, his legs, anything at it to get it in the net. I just wish Jesus would just hit a form and start scoring some goals, bro. Like, Arteta just needs to put him down in the training pitch, and here's what your training session, your all-around play is good. The only thing you need to work on is finishing. Just put the ball in the net. That's all your training sessions do.
But you know the issue is, though, bro. You know the issue is, he's doing too much, though. It's not like he's not scoring. Like, sometimes I've seen him today. I see DM and I'm seeing Xhaka in the box looking to get a shot off.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? I want my strikers in the box.
But the thing is, we only got a couple of games.
But my thing though is that, like, that would have been, if not for Thiago Silva, that would have been an amazing goal in the first half. Because he dropped Chalobah, he dropped another guy, and Thiago Silva just managed to make that last block to say what's up. But see, my thing though is, Is Arsenal's progress down to wow, you found the right man in Arteta, or if you back a manager and he supports him, this is where it could be?
Well, it's both,
It goes
isn't it?
both ways.
Both
It's
ways,
both.
yeah.
It goes both ways. It goes both ways. It's not just one without the other. Like look, for me, I've been watching Arteta from the first day. If you look at him when his first press conference, I was like, all right, this guy talks the talk. Let's see if he walks the walk. Right from the beginning, you started to see what he could have, what he wanted to do. You got to give him credit. He completely rebuilt the team. Like he got rid of the Mustafis, the Socrates, the Hector Bellerins, the ones that were not good enough. And he did it slowly. He didn't do it gung ho, that so much that the team lost cohesion, but he did it very slowly and methodically. And he just added one. The keeper was important. Partey was important. The CDM, like you see how bad we play without Partey.
That striker.
You need the final key to the puzzle is if he could have gotten, for example, in January, I felt if he had gotten Vlahovic, I'm afraid what this team would have been doing because
we
he's
had
that good of a-
Vlahovic right now.
If we had that guy,
But my thing though is, if Potter is backed, he's supported and so forth, do you think that in 3-4 years time he can be where Arsenal are?
No,
Yes,
the thing is,
I-
Wait,
Arteta,
let me ask Matt. So Matt, do you think that if we back Potter and so forth, whichever player he wants, support your vision, it is what it is, whatever he wants will support you, he can get to where he is, or is it too hard to tell?
If you swap Potter for Tuchel, I would have said yes, because I knew what Tuchel was going to do. I don't know what Potter's going to do. I don't know what players he wants. The players he wants are, by supposed fans, what they say, are the guys at Brighton's, the Trossards, and I'll be honest, these guys aren't good enough for us. But I will give Potter time. I'm willing to give the manager time, not these players. I'm willing to give Potter 3 years, and I hope in the 3 years we can start challenging for the title, because we've been saying the same shit. I remember fucking 2019 when Fat Frank was here, and I was still saying the same thing. Oh, give the guy time. We've been saying this for 4 years now, right? When's this time going to come when we can go? Finally, we've got our team. Our manager has his team. When can we compete? And Potter thinks it's going to happen in 4 years. And this year, I just saw on my thing that Potter's press conference, he comes out and he goes, the boys gave it all today. This is a PR merchant stunt that he does.
Bro, they did give it all today,
no,
bro.
they didn't. No, they did. It's okay. Look. So, my come, Professor. What you say, because remember, a press conference, you've got to pick your words well. So you can go crazy in the dressing room, but you've got to pick your words well for PR. What you say is, we are very disappointed in the results, and we are disappointed in because we feel that we could have done more, and we feel disappointed by our display, and we feel that we could have done more. That's what you say. What you don't say is we give us our all. Because you see, you can't come back and say, "Oh, these guys are trash, we're terrible," and everything. That's very bad for trying to really manage the psychology of the team. But you have to say that we could have done better, we could have played better, and we are disappointed in our performance. I'm sorry. You can't say, hold on, where is it right now? You can't say you gave it your all at home. You are Chelsea Football Club. You are playing at home in a derby game, and you're telling me that how is this giving you all? How is 5 attempts and 1 on target in 90 minutes giving it your all? That makes no sense. That is a embarrassing, disgraceful display. Professor, you want to say something, Professor?
Yeah, you hear me good now?
Yes, this is much better.
Yeah, so, I have a friend in the UK that is a full-on Brighton supporter, and he said something to me when we appointed Potter, and I think it is so true, it can't. This is what he said to me. He said, you guys are in for a wild ride. This guy doesn't settle on players for the last. Otherwise, in the last 8 matches, this guy is chaotic when he comes on to the starting 11. If the player isn't playing well, he keep playing them. He putting players in unusual positions. In his opinion, everyone is a left wing back, and right wing back for Graham Potter. These guys are in for a wild ride. Guys, I've never seen something so real. I mean, how do you stick to a certain level, guys, for the last 2 matches?
But Professor, you're right, because remember, so basically, Brentford against Chelsea, they interviewed both managers, and I think they both asked each other the question. And I think the Brentford manager just asked Potter, okay, so what is your approach and everything? And Potter said, well, he doesn't really have one fixed approach. He likes it to be very fluid. and likes the players to be able to play multiple positions and do very different things.
Yeah.
I'm like, see, that is cool for peak Spain, where you have guys who are extremely good and a high IQ. You see, you can do that with extremely talented players with super high footballing IQ who, boom, put them anywhere. You're not dealing with high football IQ players. You're dealing with Kai Havertz. You're dealing with Pulisic. You're dealing with Mount. These aren't high football IQ players. So you need to give them a proper position, a well-defined role, and they stick to that role.
Exactly.
Yes,
Because
no, for me,
you have
it's like,
to stick to.
yes, you can do this against a 10-man AC Milan. Yes, you can do this against a freaking Dynamo Zagreb. But now we're placing against a Man United, a very good Brighton team, and now an Arsenal. Now you now see, because I think the reality is that whole run that Chelsea were on, Salzburg, Milan with guys who are missing, Milan with 10 men.
I told you Fugazi. It was a Fugazi run, and I told you. And what was you saying, HH? Part of ball.
Professor, what are you saying? First,
But
what are you saying?
you know, even though I understand, probably he's saying, all right, you switch it up because you want to give players playing time based on merit, which he's not doing, because if he was based on merit, Mason Mount wouldn't be starting. But anyways, if that's the case, you need to have a measure of consistency, because that is where the chemistry comes in. When you look at the way Arsenal plays, the players know where to go. They know the spaces, they know which part will be coming next, and so forth. So they got into the right positions, and that comes based on consistency, them playing good in our games and knowing where each other would be. That is not. We don't have that, and that is why, especially come on to the first touches, we can't really play first touch football because you don't really know where the players would be.
So, wait, let me say some quick dub. So, shout out to your boy JG Brilliant. Thank you, dub. HH, big up. This was a very disgusting performance. My eyes are still hurting me. Kuku was trashed today.
Yes.
So were other guys as well. Imagine Aspi was better. We are finished. Many guys were crap. For me, but my issue is, you see, I don't like to single out Mount. That's why Havertz right now Havertz is my new guy that I'm now focused on, because, bro, that guy is useless. But the thing with Mount is, you play such a crucial role.
Yeah.
That's my issue with Mount, is that, yes, you can insult guys, but if you're the number 10, you're the playmaker, you're the guy supposed to be breaking it, you're the guy supposed to be supplying Aubameyang or Thingy or so forth, you play a very important role. And if you are hardly ineffective and you're not able to either make key passes, drift past guys, commit guys, carry the ball forward, connect the attack, I'm going to look at, because I'm saying to myself, wait a minute, where is the chance creation? Where are you sort of like giving spaces and so forth? Where is the transitional play? And that comes from the number 10, the attacking midfielder. But because Mount doesn't have the ability to really be able to, okay, let me carry the ball, get past guys, I'm going to just say, bro, what the hell are you doing? Your role is too important in this team for you to be ineffective. So
that's why he's an average player, though, HA. That's why our standards need to be lowered for him. And the thing with Mount is, yes, you can single out Mount because the guy's rubbish. It's just that the reaction from the fan base you get is so overwhelming that people they're brainwashed. Honestly, I call them brainwashed.
No, because I keep saying to the guys, when I go to Stamford Bridge, before you enter the mega store, there's a massive Mount standing before you enter.
It's Reece James now. Reece James now.
Okay, so have they? Okay, last time I went, it was Mount, and then but when you go to the cashier place, the Mount jerseys are right next to the cashier place. So the club are making a concerted effort to be like, oh, Mount, and for so much, I almost felt like guilt tripped into saying that this guy's a great player. I say, wait a minute. Let's just be objective here and let's just take things as that. Of course, Mount is decent, but he can't be a bona fide starter. This is the same club that had guys like Joe Cole, guys like Lampard, guys like Hazard. Some extremely top quality players have played here. Mount doesn't come close to what Lampard was doing.
He's the English
what Joe Cole was doing. What thing he was doing.
Willian was
the English
Willian as well.
Mason Mount is the English Willian. They're both average players that we clap our hands to, but we don't have high expectations from.
Yeah, that's it, because look, let me bring this. From Rego Park, where's Johnny Minerals, Mount and Kai's biggest fanboy? How bad were both of them today? Honorable mentions, RLC, Raheem Obo. I think, look, it's just my thing with Kai. See, Kai Havertz is a weird one because I'm like, there was so much hype made about him. And here's the thing. This is the only thing I'll give. The reason why I'm going to give Havertz a bit of bail over Mount is Mount, you're playing in your strongest position.
Yeah, he was an 8. Yeah.
Yeah, you're playing in an 8. Havertz, you're out wide. Havertz, when you look at how Havertz plays, you know what? Anybody who's played for football, I remember when guys used to stick me out on the wing. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. You put me right into the center, boom, I now understand. So playing a central player who is naturally central out wide, you destroy his game, because that is a very specific position that you have to have a clear understanding as to how to play that type of position out wide on the wing. And my thing is that, as I said to myself, that if you're a winger, you need two things: perpetual motion, you can go straight, or you can play like an inside forward, cut in, and then see what's up, like how Saka does or how Salah does. Havertz can do neither. So Havertz is a guy where you have to put him centrally or play the support striker. You don't put him out wide, because he can't cut in and then shoot with his foot, and he can't run forward. So real Janice, man, thank you for the real Janice. We Arsenal have what it takes, but it's about consistency now and also luck with injuries. But if all goes well, we can be in the race till the end. Taremi needed in January. Oh, that's the Iranian guy from FC Porto. What do you say?
No, I know this guy.
Yeah. You see, my thing is, City are, for me, I just feel City are so much of a beast, because the issue with City is they've done this without Haaland. Now they have Haaland. It's like it's going to take so much to beat them. And these guys have consistently gotten 90 plus points. So can Arsenal legitimately get 90 plus points? It is possible, but to go against, if City are like, oh, Arsenal, are you ready to go against us? Then you now have a real battle. And that's the kind of consistency City can do is on a whole new level. Wait, when do City play Arsenal?
That's January. In January.
They cancelled
January.
Next year.
In January.
Shout out to your boy Wingman. Chelsea fans will blame wing back Sterling, brick club. Here's the thing, Wing. It's true, out of position and everything, but if you lose the ball, you lose the ball. If you lose the ball,
Sterling. No, sorry, HH. Ronaldo and Mings was just fighting right now on the pitch. You know, it's just so funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Christina, man. Rakesh Kumar, thank you for Rakesh. Clowned and called them little bros only for them to destroy us. LL deserve all this hate. You see, my thing is that, look, I don't take back saying they're little bro, because I think in a larger context they're still little bro. But I am shocked that Chelsea. See, if Arsenal beats Chelsea and so forth, okay, that's what it is, because they're on form. The shocking thing was how bad Chelsea were and how badly they got outplayed. That was just the most damning thing at home as well. Timber family, only hope is get your daddy Roman back. Well, that ain't happening, man. We'll stuck with your boy Tad. If you say last time Chelsea over 75 points was 16-17, 5 seasons ago. Lord
will you guys get Europa League this season? Because it's all down to Liverpool, like coming back for the rest of the season. Because the teams above you, Newcastle, Tottenham, United, obviously Arsenal, City. It's really you and Liverpool, to be honest.
I mean, I think Chelsea
really
make it
can't see
because
you.
we're Chelsea. That's the thing.
I don't think Tottenham are that good.
It's Matt, that's a very dangerous sentiment to have. And I think people need to really relax that sentiment of like, oh, it's Chelsea. Even today, I thought that as badly out of form as they are, I was like, oh, it's Chelsea. It's Chelsea.
No, but I only have that to top 4 HH because I don't think we'll make top 4. But then every year, teams will play shit and we'll just become good and we'll end up there. And then everyone will, every fan will forget about it. You know what? I wouldn't mind us getting out of top 4 because I hope these fans wake up and I hope the board wakes up and if the manager wakes up. Well, what happens if you don't make top 4?
Your manager is awake, bro. Stop blaming your manager, Matt, man.
It's not the
He's not
Wait, hold on. Avia Life, what are you saying? Avia Life.
No, I mean, to what Matt said, you got to give Graham Potter some time. I understand he might get a little bit frustrated, even what Professor said with his friend in terms of with Graham Potter and his players. But I think personally for Graham, similar to what Arteta does, he has a philosophy of how he wants to play, and that relies on 70% hard-working players. In this Chelsea team, there's not a lot of hard-working players. You got Reece James, You got Thiago Silva, who's alongside the 35, playing his life out, and is still being exposed because the other players around him, they're just not running. You got Loftus-Cheek was jogging today. Mason Mount was jogging today. Kai Havertz, I don't know what
Sterling,
this guy
yeah.
is. Sterling was giving up.
Sterling
like,
gave so
he
much
needs-
space, you know,
he-
on the
he
left hand
needs-
No,
side.
but see, and that's my issue. There is, it's you see, my thing is it the players or is it the manager? Because my thing is that of course the players can give more on everything, but you need to put people in their strongest position to succeed. That's the you need to put guys in their strongest position to succeed, and it's
Agreed.
possibly putting the guys in their strongest position to succeed.
Yeah,
Also,
but your
as well,
attitude's
is that
awful as well, though.
what is Pulisic going to do for 10 minutes or 15 minutes? You know, like, what's the point of bringing him on for 15 and then 10 minutes? It's like, you might as well bring him on a lot earlier so that he can try to attack them and try to really force the issue. And I think for someone like Pulisic, he needs a few games to gain confidence. And even for this whole thing with Zakaria as well, is like, okay, so yet again, Zakaria did not play a single minute. And I look at Potter like, what did that midfielder do that was so good that he can't bring in Zakaria? Because that's what I said again.
Wasn't
At
he
least
just
let him
recover from an
fail.
injury? Didn't
Was it?
Zakaria just recover
No,
from
he
an
was
injury?
fully fit. He was on the bench.
He wasn't
was in
fully fit
training.
leading up to the week. Like,
If
he
no,
was
no,
quite-
if
Yes,
like,
he was.
if
He was in training. He didn't miss any training.
Here's my thing. If you're good enough to make the bench, you should be fit enough to freaking start. You don't put a guy who's half injured on a bench. No.
Hey,
You know?
Ronaldo's finished, guys, man.
See how did Mason Mount end up playing 90 minutes? Like, how did he deserve to play 90 minutes?
Oh no. He was taken off. He was subbed for.
No, he wasn't.
He was. Mount was
No, he wasn't.
100%. 1,000% he was.
Oh, sorry, I just didn't see him half that game. He ghosted half the game. I don't know if
Yeah.
he
No.
played.
Because I remember tweeting it as he was subbed off.
Oh, he did come off. It was Sterling came on. It was Sterling. Like, I would bring on players like Zakaria instantly. Like, see, the first thing we look at Potter, why didn't he put Kovac's Zakaria to start with?
You see now, what I heard for coaches was that he was coming off an injury. But
Yeah.
here's the thing about it: if you can make the bench, you should be fit enough to start.
Nah,
So
I hate
fair
when
enough.
people say that, HH. I actually hate when people say that, you know.
Well, it
Because
depends
football,
on-
there's only sometimes where football players can only play like 30, 40 minutes max.
No. And here's the thing: starts off on a strong foot. So my thing is, you have to start with the Kovacic. I know that okay, this guy can only give us 30 or 40 minutes. You have to start well because by the time you bring on a guy, the game may already be gone. Now, you can bring a guy and he may change the game for you. But in a game like this, you start off on a strong foot. Try to maybe get yourself in a strong position. Then, coach on Jorginho, just try to hold us together. Keep hold of the game and everything. But Chelsea didn't start off on a strong foot. So by the time you now bring on a Kovacic, the game has so gone away from you. The body language is so away. The confidence has just been ripped apart by just how you've been so outplayed. It's now hard for a coach to now sort of galvanize the team, the midfield, and now turn guys in a positive way. So start it, you know. Yeah, you have to start it, man. But look, I mean, my thing is, look, I don't know what's gonna happen for Chelsea, man. I really don't know, man. But if you're a Chelsea, because after I'm done here, I want to just go to Absolute Chelsea and just see what guys are saying, because I need to see what is the commentary now being said, because this was embarrassing. Because you will know the real guys from the fakers. Anybody who tries to excuse this or come with stuff like blah blah blah, then I know that's your clowns. Because when you look at this, it's like, no, that's where you have to watch the game. Forget the freaking score. Who cares whether it was 1-0 or whatever? That second half. See, first half, that second half, especially when Arsenal went up 1-0, it was embarrassing the way in which Chelsea got completely saved. It was embarrassing with the way that they got completely
Hey,
saved.
what
man.
a beautiful view, man. What a beautiful view.
Wait, Even Life, did you fly there? Where the hell is that?
I'm actually in the British Virgin Islands. I'm actually in
Hey.
about 2 hours.
So did you fly there on your private plane?
No. Well, remember, I work for a charter company. I work for a private
okay.
airline. So, yeah, yes, I am here on thing. I'm on a couple work.
Wait, so shout out to JJ Bridgman. Thank you. That's 2 seasons in a row around the same time. Kante, Chilwell, and Reece James out injured. Is this bad luck or something? Even Fofana is out as well. Look, I mean, Chelsea have been unlucky with injuries, but my thing, that is still no excuse. Those players out there, you are good enough to put up a much better display. That's a display you put forth was embarrassing.
Yeah, like I said, your attitude was just horrible. Just like I saw Fulham yesterday, the way Fulham played against City was just disgusting. You're playing a team with 10 men. Yeah, they're City, best team in the world probably at the moment, right? But I mean, you're backing up, you're deep, and Sterling, Aubameyang, these are like seasoned professionals. Even in the first half, did Aubameyang get a shot off at all?
Nah.
I
I
mean,
don't think
it was
he
just,
touched the ball.
Nothing.
Yeah, but that's
I
his
mean,
fault though. If we're being real.
Well,
Yeah,
no.
four first
He-
passes
wait,
today.
It's
He's
both.
not there to create.
No. You could say it's his fault, and also zero service.
Yeah, but he
You
has
see,
very
at
poor
least
touch,
the
though.
ball is constantly going over to Jesus' feet. He's actually being supplied. When you've got clowns like Havertz and Mans who don't know how to pass the ball forward, how are you going to get? Remember that chance? I think it was in the first half. Havertz caught the ball back for Aubameyang, but this
Oh,
guy
that was
went for
embarrassing.
a shot.
yeah,
that
but
could have been
even
one
looking
nil
at the
up.
way our
Yes,
front
something
three were
else.
pressing compared to you guys, like Jesus, every time the goalkeeper had the ball, Jesus was pressing the keeper. I mean, Havertz, I see a couple of times he was pressing, but Aubameyang, I mean, he was just chilling. Sterling
Well,
was
Aubameyang is not
like,
there
he
to
was
create
chilling.
though.
Wait.
I wouldn't say Aubameyang is there to create.
Let's see how my guy Ronaldo is doing and everything. So, guys, I'll see you guys tonight in the hangars where we'll talk about this much more in detail. Lord help us, man. Peace out, guys. Peace out.
Yeah.